Okay, let's see here. Who are we?
Where did I put my name at?
Let's see. Who's back there? Is that you, Sadie?
Yesterday.
I see Sadie. Okay, I see Mason coming on. I think we almost have everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. We got a bunch this morning. I love it. Love it. Okay, I see I'm waiting for somebody else this morning. Okay. Okay, are we ready to get started this morning? There's Angeliza. Yay, Angeliza. Yay. Wow. Okay, let's get started this morning. Okay, you guys, look up here and let's go through our rules quickly. You guys have been doing a great job following our rules. A wonderful job. Look at the little dog under the table. That must be where he's on his Zoom call, sitting really still and really quiet, not walking around, not twirling around. So that is what I want you guys to do. I want you to be sitting up still and quiet and not moving around and wiggling, okay? I want you to do like this listening ear and paying attention. When Mrs. Wood is talking or someone else, I want you to raise your hand if you have something you want to tell me or say. And you guys did a great time being on time for our meeting. Wonderful. I want you to work really hard, just like if you're in school, okay? Just like if you were sitting at a desk in Ms. Wood's class. And I hope that nobody's eating their breakfast right now. We can eat our breakfast in just a few minutes if you haven't eaten breakfast, okay? And that you are ready to go this morning. Okay, who brought something that has the R sound? Raise your hand if you have something with the R sound. Oh, I see lots of hands going up that they have something with an R sound. Okay, we're gonna start. Camilla, what do you have with the R sound? Let's see what Miss Camilla has. Do you have something, Camilla? What do you have? Okay, can you tell me, Camilla, what you've got with the R sound? Okay, I'm gonna come back to you. Be thinking and finding it, okay? Liam, what do you have with the R sound? Okay, you gotta hold it up high because I can't see your face. A car. R, C-A-R. Car has the R sound. Very good, Liam. Okay, what do you have with the R sound, Tamara?
Famous type sparkle.
Okay, can you hold it up in front of the camera? Oh, sparkle. Sparkle. R-R-R-kle. It's got the R sound. Very good. Brody, do you have something with the R sound? Okay, he has a what, Brody? Unmute yours, Brody. A car, too. That was a good one to bring, wasn't it? Car. Right. Great, Brody. Okay, what do you have? Do you have something, Angeliza? No, that's okay if you don't. That's fine. Do you have something, Aiden, with the R sound? Hold it up close to the screen. Can you hold it up closer? Oh my goodness. Tell everybody what it is.
Heart.
Oh my goodness. A heart. A heart. Where did you get that?
At the beach at Halloween.
Oh.
They had spray body stuff.
Uh-huh. That is awesome. Wow. I would have never thought anybody would have brought that. That is awesome. And what does the heart do? Do you know what the heart does?
It pumps your blood.
Right, it pumps your blood through all your body. Wow, that's a good one. Thank you. Okay, how about you, Mason? Do you have something?
Car.
A car. That was probably the most popular one. Was a car, wasn't it? Because it's easy to find a car, right? Okay. Do you have anything, Sadie?
No.
What?
No.
Okay, that's okay. Does anybody else have anything with an R sound? Anybody else? Okay, that's fine. So what letters make the R sound? What letters?
A-R.
A-R, good. Camilla, did you find something?
Sí, a ella. Atención, listen.
What did you have, Camilla?
This.
Oh, and what does that say?
Computer.
Karini has an AR in her name, doesn't she? She sure does.
Sit down and sit still.
Oh, can you hold it up in front of your face so we can say, yep, she has an AR in her name right there. Very good. Thank you. Okay, so we have learned this week what the AR says. Let's move on. Today is Social Studies Day. We're going to be doing some things with social studies today. Today or tomorrow, you're going to be taking your social studies test. And we've talked about the 4 seasons. The 4 seasons. There is a song about the 4 seasons I want to teach you. Okay? Can you listen and then sing it with me? It goes, spring, summer, fall, and winter, spring, summer, fall, and winter, spring, summer, fall, and winter. These are the 4 seasons. Can you say it with me and hold up a finger for each season? Okay, ready? Do it with me. Spring, summer, fall, and winter, spring, summer, fall, and winter, spring, summer, fall, and winter. These are the 4 seasons. How many seasons are there?
4.
4. Okay, this little girl right here, there's some leaves falling all around her. Raise your hand if you can tell me what season that is. Raise your hand if you can tell me what season. Angeleza, what season is that?
Fall.
Fall. Do you know another word for fall?
Autumn.
Autumn, right. Sometimes we call it fall, sometimes we call it autumn. That's when the leaves start turning colors and they fall off the trees. It's fall right now. Soon it's going to be the next season. What comes after fall? Winter. Really close to Christmas time, it turns into winter. Okay, let's look at this one. She's wrapped up in a scarf and a coat and a hat, and I see a snowman and a sled. Raise your hand if you know what season that is. Look at the hands being raised. Aiden, what season is that?
Winter.
Winter, right. Winter is when it might snow. Winter is when Christmas is. Winter is when Valentine's Day is. So that's the coldest season. Okay, this next one right here, she's got flowers around her. The flowers are starting to bloom. Raise your hand if you can tell me what season it is when flowers start to bloom. What season, Angeleza?
Spring.
Springtime. That's right. That's Mrs. Wood's favorite season. I love it. That's when Easter is, and we get to start wearing shorts and flip-flops, and sometimes we can go swimming in the spring. I love spring. Okay, the next one. This is my second favorite one. That's when you might get to go to the beach or the lake, and I love going to the lake. and you can wear your shorts. You might need your sunglasses. Raise your hand if you know what season that is. Raise your hand if you know what season that is. What season is it, Brody? Summer, isn't it? Yes, summer. Summertime. We're out of school usually.
You already heard me say summer.
Okay. Thank you for being so still and quiet. We just talked about there's all kinds of weather during those seasons. And when you have weather over a long time, that's called climate. That's one of your words this week. Everybody say climate.
Climate.
Let's clap the syllables in climate. Ready? Get your hands ready like this. Let's clap the syllables in climate. Ready? Climate. How many syllables?
2.
2. Right. Now, we have a mild climate where we live. That means in the summer, it's kind of hot, but then in the winter, it's kind of cold. So we have a mild climate. Did you know some places it stays cold all the time? And some places it stays hot all the time. But we live where there is a mild climate. We have summer and winter seasons where it's cold and hot, and some where it's just right. So that's called climate. Okay, let's look at our next one, boys and girls. Do you ever see anything like this around your house? Do you ever see trees where the leaves are turning colors? Do you see roads going down through and you've got fields on each side and you might see cows or goats out in the fields? Or some of you might live close by where you might see a lake. I know Camilla lives really close to a lake, don't you, Camilla? Really close to a lake. The land, this is land, and water that's around you is called your physical surroundings. That's a big word. Now, if you lived here, how would you travel? How would you go to town? Raise your hand if you could tell me how you would travel if you needed to go to Walmart, or if you needed to go to Hardee's, or you need to go to Pizza Hut. How would you travel? Camilla, how would you travel? Would you ride a boat? Would you ride a boat to get to town in this one? No. Would you ride a helicopter to get to town?
No.
No. You would probably ride a car to get to town, wouldn't you? Okay, look right here. What's a way you can travel here? What would you ride to travel on here, Brody? What would you ride to travel here?
A boat.
A boat, right. We're not going to ride a train on the water. We're not going to ride a car on the water. We're going to ride a boat on the water. So everything that is around you is called your physical surroundings. Mrs. Wood's sitting at school and she's looking out her window now, and I see trees, and I see a field, and I see a church. That's my physical surroundings, everything around me. Okay, let's take a look here. This is a map. Do you know what this is a map of? What is this a map of? What is, Angelaza, what's that a map of?
It's a map of the world.
Part of the world. This is our country, the United States, isn't it? Okay, I see something colored in black here. This is where we live. This is our state. Does anybody know the name of our state that we live in? Aiden, what state do we live in?
Virginia.
Right, that is a Virginia. It's shaped like a triangle. Now, this is a place right here, the location of Virginia right here, where a particular point is. We live in Virginia, and it's in the southeast. Can you say southeast? Southeast. Anything on the bottom is the south. Anything on the side is the east. So we're on the southeast is where we live. Okay, let's look right here for a second. Now, in Virginia, where we live, there is all kinds of different land. Can anybody see any mountains from their house? Can you see any mountains? Where I live, I can see some mountains in my house. Mountains are really tall. Does anybody see any hills at their house?
Yes.
Yes. I can look out my window right now at school and see some hills. Which is bigger, a mountain or a hill?
Mountain.
Mountain is bigger than a hill, right? Now, if you go down in between those mountains at the bottom is a valley. Say that word with me. Valley. That's where people might have gardens where they grow corn and beans. And there might be a river or creeks that go through that valley there. We have valleys near us too. But there's one thing we don't have, boys and girls. We do not have this right here. This is called a coastal plain. Raise your hand if you've ever been to the beach. Raise your hand if you've been to the beach. I've been to the beach before. Okay, a beach has got an ocean, and the ocean's got salt water. And there's land near that where people live. This is called a coastal plain. Can you say that? Coastal plain. If we drive a long ways, we can get to this. But we do not have this near where we live, a coastal plain. Okay, we've got these other things. We've got mountains and hills and valleys all near us. Okay, so that's our social studies for today. Yes, Angelaisa, do you have a question?
Mm-hmm.
What's your question, babe?
Yeah, near of the beach.
What coastal plain is the beach? And you've been to the beach?
Yes, and it's near my house.
Okay.
That's just
great.
a robin.
It's got sand, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got lots of sand there.
That's Robin.
Sure does.
That's Robin right there.
Okay.
That birdie. He's like,
This one here, somebody talking in the background. One of the houses.
Robin's name is Virgo.
Okay, let's look, and we're going to do some spelling, boys and girls. Today, tomorrow, you are going to have your spelling test, okay? Today or tomorrow one, you're going to have your spelling test, and you're going to have to spell your words. And remember, your words have either an A, an E, or an O in the middle of them. I need you to help me with some game here. Can you help me with the
Which word
game?
completes the sentence?
We're
Can
going
you
to
figure
see.
it out?
Okay, so make sure you
Choose
can
the
see.
word that best completes the sentence.
Okay, listen to the sentence, and I want you to
Hot.
read the words by yourself and see which word goes in the blank. Okay, listen to the sentence. I cooked the soup in a blank on the stove. Who can tell me the word that would go in the blank? I cooked the soup in a blank on the stove. Raise your hand if you know the answer. Oh, I see lots of people raising their hand. Brody, what's the answer?
Hot.
Pot, right. I cooked the soup in pot. Everybody spell pot with me. P-O-T. Let's see if it's right.
I cooked the soup in a pot on the stove.
Good job. Okay, listen to this one. He scooped the fish up in his blank. Raise your hand if you know the answer. He scooped the fish up in his... Tamara, that was fast. What's the answer? Net. Good. Everybody spell net with me. N-E-T.
He scooped the fish up in his net.
Very good. Okay. Listen to this one. Let's see whose hand goes up. They know the answer fast. Blank your hands together to applaud. Applaud means to clap when somebody does something really good. Blank your hands together to applaud. I see some hands going up fast. What's the word, Mason?
Clap.
Clap, clap.
Your hands together to applaud.
Right, good job, you guys. Y'all were being good listeners. Okay, the ostrich stood on one blank.
Hey.
Ostrich stood on one blank. Raise your hand if you know the answer. Look at these hands going up.
Oh, leg.
Camilla, what's the answer? The ostrich stood on one
Desk.
desk. Okay, an ostrich is a big old bird. The ostrich stood on one desk. I don't think he would stand on a desk. What's this word?
Fox.
The ostrich stood on one fox. Would that make sense? No.
Yes.
The ostrich stood on, Camilla, what's this word? What's this word, Camilla?
Leg.
Does that make sense? The ostrich stood on one leg. Do you stand on your legs? Yes, you do, don't you?
Leg. The ostrich stood on one leg.
Spell leg with me, boys and girls. L-E-G. Okay. I put my sandwich in a paper lunch. What? I put my sandwich in a paper lunch. Raise your hand if you know the answer. Liam, what's the answer?
Bag.
Let's
Bag.
see.
Put my sandwich in a paper lunch bag.
Okay, spell bag with me. B-A-G. Look how we're doing. We're doing good up there, getting our stars. Okay, let's see. A sly red blank with a bushy tail is in the woods. A sly red blank with a bushy tail is in the woods. Raise your hand if you know the answer. Angeliza, what's your answer?
Fox.
Right.
A sly red fox with a bushy tail is in the woods.
Good. Okay. I blank the baby by moving her back and forth. I blank the baby by moving her back and forth. Raise your hand if you know the answer. I blank the baby. Brody, think about what you do to your baby sister by moving her back and forth.
Walk back and forth. Or walk.
Okay. Who knows the answer?
Walk.
Aiden, what would it be?
Walk.
Rock. I rock the baby.
I rock the baby by moving her back and forth.
Thank you for you guys that are sitting so still. I wrote down the snowy hill on my blank. Okay, I wrote down the snowy hill on my blank. Let's see. Sadie, what would you use to write down the snowy hill? What would you use, Sadie, to ride down the snowy hill? Can you unmute yours, Sadie, so I can hear you? Click that little microphone so I can hear you.
Bentley.
Okay, I can't hear Sadie. She's got her muted. Help her out, Aiden. What would it be?
Sled.
Sled. I rode down the snowy hill on my sled.
I rode down the
Yes.
snowy hill on my sled.
Okay, we got just a couple of more. Let's see. I will blank up the milk on the floor. I will
Desk.
blank up the milk on the floor. Raise your hand if you know the answer. Camilla, what's it gonna be?
Mop.
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 I will mop up the milk on the floor.
Mop.
Okay, spell mop with me, boys and girls. M-O-P. Mop. Okay. I blank read my book even in the dark. I blank read my book even in the dark. Raise your hand if you know the answer. I blank read my book even in the dark. See who knows the answer. Sadie, can you tell me the answer now since you're unmuted? Can.
I can read my book even in the dark.
Good job. Okay. Everybody spell can with me. C-A-N. Good. Okay. She sat at her blank and did her homework. She sat at her blank and did her homework. Look at some of these hands going up so fast, knowing the answers. What would you sit at? Raise your hand. She sat at her what? Mason, what would you sit at?
Desk.
Desk, let's see.
Desk. She sat at her desk and did her homework.
Okay, spell desk with me, boys and girls. D-E-S-K. Don't forget the S-K when you write it on your spelling test this week. Okay, last one. A blank is a type of hat. A blank is a type of hat. Let's see whose hand's going up. A blank is a type of hat. Let's see. Aiden, what kind of hat? What is a type of hat? A cap, right.
Cap. Hat.
Spell cap with me, boys and girls. C-A-P. Okay, let's see here.
Good job. You got 12 out of 12 on your first try. That's 100%.
Boy, you guys knew that, didn't ya? Very good. Okay, I want you to put your hand up like this. Everybody put their hand up like this. Ready? We're going to say a word and we're going to count the sounds. The word is tree. Are you ready? I need to see everybody sitting really still. Hand in front of you and hold up your fingers with tree. Ready? Let's do it together. T-E. How many? Three. T-E. Three. Very good. Okay, fist. I need you to do the word tall. Ready? Tall. Do it with me. Tall. How many? Just two. Oh my goodness. Okay, fingers down. Fist. I want you to do the word three with me. Three. Ready? E. How many? Three. That's exactly right. Three. Okay, fist. I want you to do the word ship with me. Ready? Ship. Ready? Shh. How many? Three. Okay, this is a tricky one. Do you know who wrote the book, The Cat in the Hat? Who wrote the book, The Cat in the Hat? Angela, who wrote The Cat in the Hat?
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss. Let's do the word Seuss. Ready? Do your fist. Do your fist. Let's do Seuss. Ready? S-U-S. How many? Three. S-U-S. Good. Okay. I got a very, very tricky one for our last one. Are you ready? This is really tricky. The word is helicopter. Oh my goodness gracious. That's a big helicopter. Let me see your hand. Ready? We may need to use two hands. Let's put up two hands because we may need to use more than one hand. Ready? e, Golly. Nine sounds in that word. That is a long word. If you had to write that word, that would be a long one. Okay, last thing. Are you ready?
Yes.
This is, okay, we're going to do one scavenger hunt. I want you to find something in your house that has the ah sound in it. Okay, go find me something with the ah sound and come back. Ready? Ah. Ah. Got the letter O in it. Ah.
What makes ah sound?
Ah. Ah. Remember, O says ah.
Sí. Leli, ayúdale a Camila.
Well, that's an O though. I think she's looking for an A.
No, ah.
Look here, let's go do a car.
Ah.
Do a car.
Power Ranger? A Power Ranger?
Leli, enséñale cómo.
Oh, yeah.
Ranger.
Turn it around. Right here. Say mine is a car.
Mine is a car.
Ah. Gotta have the letter O in it. Says ah.
Mine is a car.
Okay. Let's start out with Camilla. Camilla, what do you have? Okay, orange has an O in it. It's not one of those sounds we talked about this week. Or, orange. What two letters make the or sound? O-R, right. So it's got an O-R for or in it. Liam, what do you have? I can't see Liam.
I can't follow.
Okay, Liam, did you find something? Okay, we'll come back to Liam. Angelisa, did you find something with an O? Hey, Sean. Okay, tell everybody what it is.
Onion.
Onion has an O. It starts with an O. Onion. That O doesn't say "ah" this time, does it? It is a crazy word. It doesn't follow the rule. But it starts with the letter O. Good job. Okay. What do you have, Sadie?
A car. A real car.
Car sounds like it would, but guess what car has in it? It doesn't have an O. Oh no. What two letters does car have? Car.
A-R.
A-R, smarty pants. That is.
My mama told me to do it.
Ah, but you did a good job knowing A-R said R. Tamara, do you have something with the ah?
Walk.
Rock, right. Ock. It's got the short O. Good. Brody, do you have something with the ah?
Answer. I'm sorry.
What do you have?
Monster truck.
What is it?
Monster truck.
A truck. Okay. Truck. Does it have ah in it? Okay. A truck has the sound in it. Truck. What letter would make the sound, Brody?
You.
Right. I'm glad you knew that. Okay. Aiden, what do you have? And tell everybody what it is. Say it nice and loud.
Oxygen.
Oxygen. Oh my gosh, that's a huge word. Oxygen. It starts with an ah, doesn't it? An O.
Mama,
Oxygen.
I
What do we
think
need
I
oxygen
said
for?
truck.
What do we
No, I
need?
said monster truck.
Oh, okay. We'll come back to you, Brody. Thank you for telling me. Oxygen has an ah, and we use oxygen to do what? Breathe. Yes. Hey, what do
No,
you
you're
have?
supposed to do a O.
What do you have?
Stocking.
Stocking. Stocking. Very good, Mason. I bet you're going to be hanging that up soon. Brody told me something I didn't realize. Brody had not just a truck, he had a monster truck. And that monster has an ah sound in it. That's what he was talking about. Thank you for letting me know, Brody. Monster truck. Okay, Liam, what do you have, babe?
Octopus.
A what?
Octopus.
Octopus, right. And octopus starts with an O. Good. Does anyone else have anything? Raise your hand if you haven't had a chance. Angela, what are you going to share with us? What is it? I can't see it.
Barn.
Oh, okay. Okay, look at that. That's beautiful. Scarf has what letters in it? R. It's got AR that we've been talking about, doesn't it?
My mom's name is Razor.
Okay. Listen to this wood for just a minute, boys and girls. Everybody be super quiet. When the next time we have a Zoom meeting, when you try to get on, there's this long number that comes up. I want you to try typing your name there where that long number is so that Mrs. Wood will have your name that you have come on instead of all these numbers, okay? So when I sent your parents an email, and tell your parents to look at that email and see how to put your name in there the next time you come on for me, okay? Now, tomorrow, we won't have a Zoom meeting because it's Friday.
Yay!
So
No work.
get your work done today so you have no work tomorrow. And I got a surprise for you next week, okay? We've got a surprise next week about our.
I know what a surprise is.
Oh. So
I think I know.
when you click on your work next Monday, you will have a surprise, okay?
Yay!
Get your work, all your work done this week, and you're gonna have an extra good week next week, okay? Okay, Mrs. Wood will see you guys. No, I won't see you next week either. It'll be the week afterwards, okay? Yes, Mason, question?
Mommy.
You have a question, Mason?
So yesterday, last night, we put my Christmas tree up. Mama.
Oh boy, good for you. I bet some of you decorated for Christmas already. I bet some of you put up your Christmas tree already. And some of you may have hung your stocking. Angela,
My measurements on a box. My sister and my grandpa played the trampoline with me.
oh wow, wow, that sounds awesome.
And it was super cold.
I bet it was super cool. That sounds cool. We might just have to get on Zoom one time next week. You know why? We may have to have a quick, fast, super fast Zoom meeting on Tuesday because somebody that's on here now has a birthday next week. Guess who has a birthday next week? Somebody's blowing some big bubbles over there. Sadie has a birthday on Thanksgiving Day. So we may have to have a quick Zoom meeting Tuesday and wish Sadie a happy birthday. Okay, you guys, go get busy on your work and get everything finished so you can have a day off tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Miss Wood loves you. I'll see you tomorrow.
Love
See
you.
you soon. Bye, baby dolls. Bye.
Happy birthday.
Happy early birthday, right? Bye-bye. Happy Thursday.